Welcome to another RMSO Roundtable drive.
I'm driving through the rim.
It's actually a dirt road drive. We're inside the Mogollon Rim. We just got done doing a couple mile hike over by the Christopher Creek area. Thought we would film the drive in case we see Bigfoot and you guys can see the views. I mean, look at the Mogollon Rim over there.
I tested out my stop, drop, and roll maneuvers.
Look at rim country, you guys. A lot of Bigfoot sightings in this area. The sighting reports brought us into the area. Also, there's people that do their Bigfoot research in this area looking for the Mogollon monster.
Mogollon.
He's trying to teach me how to say Mogollon when I can't even say Sasquatch.
Mogollon.
Let me get Sasquatch right and I'll work on Mogollon.
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 We were just noticing that most of the creeks that we've been crossing today are dried up, and Christopher Creek stays flowing all year long. So we were discussing that that's probably why there's a lot of sightings there, because there's always water there.
And Tonto Creek, it's another one of the creeks that doesn't dry up, but we're here only in April and just about everything's dried up already.
Yeah, all the creeks are dried up. Back home, ours is still raging and flooding.
Yeah, we still have 8-10 feet of snow on the mountaintops back home.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's why we're Bigfooting here, is because we can't get into our spots yet at home.
No.
Well, we're Bigfooting here because we needed to spread our wings and fly a little anyway.
Yeah, and we want to search for something that isn't the traditional Bigfoot. I know the Mogollon monster is, this area's Bigfoot, but it looks so much different than the normal Bigfoot sightings. I mean, this thing's got bumps all over its face. It's a lighter brown camel color, and frankly, everybody says it has bumps all over its face. And it's troll looking. And that's a lot different than what we're used to. A lot of people say that the face of it looks human where we're from, and other people say it's more ape-like or a combination of the two, but nobody's ever called the face that I know of in the Pacific Northwest and in the Rocky Mountains a troll-like face.
Or pig-like.
And Mitch Wade actually stated that they have hardly any hair at all on their face. Just something to throw it out for him. Because
Yeah, it's a lot hotter here.
Warmer. Someone watching this from Phoenix says it's not hot there. If you're from Phoenix, it's cold here. We just ran into some two teenage boys that were hiking on one of these trails earlier today, and they were telling us it was cold, and we're looking at each other like it's hot. It was
hot here.
It was 63 degrees and it was hot to us, but from people that live in these cities around here, they think it's cold. There's a lodge down at Christopher Creek that has a statue of the Mogollon monster. And we were asking her, is that real? And she's like, there's tales of it around here. So we'll have to include the photo of that statue. I mean, it's pretty neat when there's so many sightings and there's such a history of the sightings. It's now in the culture and the folklore of the local community. Well, they'll put up carved statues of it.
Mogollon Monster Run.
Yep. The mud
Forgive
run.
his dislocated shoulder, though.
Yeah, they're having a run here in the
June, I think.
beginning of June, yes. And they call it the Mogollon Monster Mud Run.
The mud run, yeah.
And I believe it's a race along the Mogollon Rim.
I'm not sure where it is. We were just guessing.
I think one side of the rim is like 63 miles, so if they're doing a whole loop, it's quite the marathon. You ain't gonna get me to run 5 miles, let alone 63 or 120.
I have nightmares of them things. No.
I know we need to put some GoPros on those runners in case they run up on a Bigfoot. Matter of fact, there was a Boy Scout camp out near Tonto Creek, and a couple of the boys were running ahead of the rest of the troop, going wherever they were hiking. I think they were coming back from a hike to the camp, and they ran upon a Mogollon monster and got a look at it. And at first they thought it was somebody in their group, and then they soon realized that they had dusted everybody in their group and took a closer look, and then that's when they realized, you know, it was a 7-foot tall creature. And of course, just like Bigfoot, it sees them or senses them and it goes the opposite direction. So they seen it walk into some cover or some trees and disappear. And when they got to where it entered the trees, they noticed it was at least 7 feet tall and found some of the creature's footprints, which they said were gigantic in some of the soft soil material. So any of you guys doing the Mogollon Rim run, there's a chat. Some of you guys out in the lead could run up on one of these, so wear a GoPro for us. Send us your footage if you get the monster, please. That would be fun to sponsor one of the runners and have them carry one of our GoPros.
Yeah,
That would be a worthy cause to donate to them, just to wear one of our cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah, get a hold of us. You guys got till I think June 3rd. We could work out some type of a little sponsorship for the run if you wear one of our cameras.
That is, if we have any idea of what type of run it actually is. It says it's a mud run, so
Yeah.
you know, it might not be like Utah's Ragnar, or, you know, we have no idea. So post your comments, let us know what the heck this run's all about.
Thanks.
On our hike today, we found lots and lots of mountain lion scat. There must be a lot of mountain lions around here.
And the scat was full of hair and fur.
Did take quite a few pictures, a couple real good ones of the real hairy one. So we can post that out, whatever, if people care. Man, them big old white oaks get gnarly looking when they're big. They're pretty cool, man.
Yep.
This area has blown away my stereotype of Arizona.
Oh yeah.
Now, when I heard about Bigfoot sightings in Arizona, I'm like, what? Arizona? Now that I'm here, I'm like, yeah, I could see that. Saw pretty good footage of what looks like it could have been a Bigfoot on a GoPro that someone attached to their dog when they went out hiking.
I haven't seen
I think
that.
I've seen that too.
I was like, that's a dang good idea. If you're gonna take a dog hiking with you while you're Bigfooting, you really ought to throw a GoPro on it and review those.
Yeah, they run everywhere.
Yeah, they'll run up ahead, and
To the side.
an animal's gonna react a lot differently towards your dog than you. You know, Bigfoot might show itself to your dog, well, while it wouldn't to you. I could see it giving an intimidation threat to a dog,
Yeah.
get it to run off, you know, or smart enough to stay hidden from the person that can, from the creature that can shoot it, you know. Guessing the Verde River probably doesn't dry up.
You'd hope not.
Don't know for sure. We'll have to ask about that.
That sign's upside down, or they reused a sign.
They reused it.
They're like, whoops. Flipped it around and fixed it. You guys missed about 15 miles of this road before we turned the camera on. One of the reasons is the section we've already filmed in a previous video. So when we got to a new section, we threw it on for you guys. We're just here exploring the Bigfoot sighting areas and how everything works in here, where all the roads go, what type of places to hike, what looks interesting to hike. There's a few places where we just got out of the car and randomly hiked in places without any trails because we, you know, cool area, it looked great to hike in. This is a good time of year to hike off trail up here too. The thick vegetation hasn't come in yet. Or the ground cover. Get a trailer into some of these places.
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't hesitate to have brought a trailer in. Nothing that would tell us we couldn't. Have a worse time getting it down into some places up on Curtis Creek.
Yeah, this is this is 10 times better than back home at Curtis Creek. These roads are pretty well maintained. And I'm sorry for some of you that think I'm driving too fast. The speed limit's 25 and I've been doing 20 to 25.
Yep, we only got a week out here. We want to see as much as we can. I don't think 20 miles an hour is too fast.
Well, at nighttime and when it was raining, I was only doing 10 through all this.
Yeah.
So we've already belly crawled through some of these roads. One of the animals on my bucket list I haven't seen out here yet, and we've ran into some people that's like, oh, you just missed the javelinas.
Yeah.
We've seen a ton of elk, Lots of deer. We still haven't ran into someone that says, hey, you just missed the Mongolian monster.
Raccoon? You did see a raccoon?
Yeah, we saw a raccoon.
Uh-huh. It's been a long time since we saw a live raccoon. We usually see them road killed.
Yeah, they're sneaky.
We did see that mountain lion kill a raccoon a few years ago. That was a big raccoon that mountain lion took down.
And you have an overabundance of vultures.
Lots of vultures.
That was a good start. Oh. I wonder how far this little road goes back. Keep it to a crawl for a little bit.
I'm walking down that dry creek bed. I caught.
Lots of thorns down there. Did you get thorned?
Yes, and a whole bunch of them stuck in my arm, and I pulled them out, but now they're stinging.
Yep, I found myself in the middle of some thorns and backed out the way I came.
There's one in my shirt.
Hey, there's water!
We found a creek with water finally. Most of them back here been dry.
It's pretty. It's called Bray Creek.
Bray. You'll have to remember that. It's still flowing in April.
This is probably a bigger river. Okay, it's still a creek. It's the Weaver Creek.
I think it's Weber.
It probably is Weber.
I wonder if that one that we were on would have brought us out right here.
I don't know.
And it does actually have water. Quite a bit bigger. About the size of Tonto. Right?
Yep.
Yeah. Looks like a Tonto size. I'm thinking in this area at the time of year, if you know where the water's at, that's where your chances are for Bigfoot. That's where the animals will be. It was Tonto Creek yesterday that we found all those elk.
Yeah.
Or the day before. It was just before that rainstorm. So it was 2 nights ago.
Yeah, 2 nights ago.
We found that structure by the river.
Yeah.
That was yesterday, wasn't it?
We found another structure yesterday. Found a couple of structures yesterday.
Black Ranch.
We were actually on the 300 part of that.
Yeah.
On the 300 is called the Rim Road, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Mogollon Rim Road.
Mogollon. Just throwing it out there.
Mogollon.
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 Hit 71 out there.
Wow.
It's a heat wave. Manzanita? Or a different type? Oak brush?
No, it's the manzanita, I think is what you're talking about. The one with almost like a dark maroon, kind of purplish stem. Up to them. We've been passing a ton of them.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
And up near Susanville, people have Bigfoot sightings on Pittville Road in the area that's full of manzanita.
Well, there's plenty of it. It's all over around here. Alan?
Just up
Just
there.
some of the red cliffs up at the top of the rim right here in front of us.
Still really green everywhere. It's so pretty.
You can roll the back window up too. Other side. I would have to say, come prepared. You could really get turned around out here in this stuff.
Yeah, make sure you have your maps and your compasses.
Yeah, you hike back in at any distance at all and you lose your bearings. You could be going any direction whatsoever.
If you're not familiar with the place, every part of the rim looks like the next, you know? I'm sure people that are from this area is like, oh no, you guys are on such and such side of the rim. That's what that looks like. But to me, that looks like the other side that we were on yesterday, you know?
No, we're new here, so we have a heightened awareness of exactly where we are. At least I do. Can't say I've gone anywhere without my bear maces either, because you just don't know.
Yeah, we've seen lots of sign of mountain lion out here.
Lots of it.
We've also around some of these towns have seen signs that says the bears are real active right now. Be careful.
Yeah, that's
And then that one lady that was hosting that one campsite said that we might see some bears up here. It's pretty common.
yeah.
Mind you, I'd be a little bit more worried if it was a brown bear, grizzly bear, than I am a black bear. But
Black bears kill more people a year than the other bears, so
do they?
yeah.
Well,
It's just a black bear attack doesn't make it into the national news like a grizzly bear attack does, but yeah, there's more people that die from black bears than anything.
there's more spread out population of black bears than there are
Yes,
grizzly.
there's a lot more of
The
them.
odds are you're going to run into a black bear over a grizzly.
There's only very few places where grizzlies are left in the United States.
Yeah. In the lower 48, there's not very many populations of them. Around the Tetons and Yellowstone area.
Montana.
Uh-huh.
Idaho.
Northern Montana, central northern Idaho. As a matter of fact, 3 weeks after me and Jenny were in Salmon, Idaho, a couple got killed by a grizzly. And it's so close to, in my opinion, it's really close for an animal to Yellowstone National Park. So we were asking the owner of the place that we were staying at, you know, is there grizzly bear sightings here? Oh no, there's no grizzly bears. And I'm like, oh well, we're so close to Yellowstone. Oh no, there's no grizzly bears here. And then, you know, a couple weeks later, a couple's killed in the same area we're asking by a grizzly bear. So anyway, maybe he thought it was bad for business to admit that there's grizzlies there, but he was wrong.
Yeah. Animals don't know the rules, where they're supposed to be and where they're not. They go where they want.
What do you mean? I can't leave the national park? Yes, you can leave, Mr. Bear, but your protections end right here. I swear we've seen grizzly bear tracks in Christmas meadows of Utah.
Yeah.
I know there's grizzlies in Utah. We've had ranchers tell us that they've seen them. May not be very many, but they're there.
Yeah, the UNS have. And Ashley as well.
Ashley, yeah.
Ashley Forest.
I'm wondering if these guys are getting wolves yet here. There has been a confirmed kill of a wolf
That's
near
in Grand Canyon.
near the rim of the Grand Canyon, and this isn't very far south of all that, a couple 100 miles, which if the wolves have spread from Yellowstone to the Grand Canyon, I mean, there's no reason why they wouldn't be able to get here. I don't know, maybe some of the deserts between the Grand Canyon and here might slow them down.
Hinder that progress.
We've got a few photos that we've taken of wolves. We'll include a couple of those in some of our photos that we put at the end and beginning of videos. Just for the fact that wolves have been seen in Arizona. Not only seen, a confirmed kill. Someone killed one here in Arizona. Well, don't want everybody to freak out. Arizona has wolves, I mean. But there has been a confirmed kill.
If there's one, I guarantee you there's more than one.
Yep.
A lone wolf is a rare thing.
Yep, he got kicked out of the pack because he tried breeding with one of the males or one of the females.
What?
That's why the alphas kick them out. Alpha female and alpha male will kick a wolf out if it tries breeding with one or the other. They have the whole pack is to take care of the alpha female's pups, and the alpha male's the only one with breeding rights, and he usually breeds with the alpha female. So if the others get caught screwing around, they get kicked out of the pack. That's usually what gets them kicked.
I heard something else come out of your mouth, so I didn't. Never mind. Dirt here is really pretty. Like some of it'll be like orange and some of it looks maroon colored.
Yellow.
Yeah.
Well, there's a variety of soil colors here, isn't there?
It's pretty.
And rock. A lot of geology going on here. had a couple of different people tell me what the geology is all about here.
There's an elk, 2 elks, 3, a whole bunch of them.
That's a big one.